Hello and welcome to Tangled Time Arts. Today we'll be looking at Finegogh by Juliette F. These are from the Advent Tangles by MZ Creates. You can request a free download from mzcreates.com, and I'll put that information in the description. I am going to use a tan tile today, but you could use a white one. And it's 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. And you'll also need a black pen, a pencil, a tortillon. And if you'd like to add a little bit of color, something in green, like a green gel pen. I'm going to start with my pencil today. And I am actually going to put in the 4 dots. So let's start with that. And once you have your 4 dots, we are going to connect them and make like a frame. We're just going to work our way around. So there we have our tan or white tile with the 4 dots in the frame. And now we are going to take our black pen. And I think instead of a curved line like in the step outs, I am going to use like a spiral. Like if you're familiar with printa, I am going to make one large big spiral or coil. I'm just going to start in the center. And I'm going to spiral out like that. And then I'm going to aura that. So I'm kind of creating like a stem, but in a spiral shape. All right. I've got at least half an inch, probably more, maybe more like an inch space in there. And that's so we can fit in the leaves of the Finegogh. Once we have this done, we can start adding, it's simply a line with a dot on it. And I'm just going to work on one side first. You just keep making a line with a dot. And they can be a bit curved if you'd like. I'm going to add a dot at the end there. And then we'll be doing the same on the inside. And this is where you'll need to make a choice. Either you mirror that this way, or you can alternate, put it at the halfway point. I'm going to mirror it and go like this. But if you would prefer to alternate instead, that's totally fine. When you're working on the inside, you have to kind of fit them in so they're going to be a little bit smaller. All right, I think I might just add another curved one here for interest. Once you have that step done, then we're simply going to aura the lines on each side. It looks like a lot of lines, but it'll make sense in just a couple of minutes. All right, and then we want to do the same on the inside. It's pretty tiny in here. We'll just finish that like that. And now for the next part, we're going to be connecting these lines with kind of a curve shape here. You can make it as curved as you want, or you could even do straight lines, but I like to add a little curve for interest. I forgot some lines here. It's easy to get lost in the spiral. Need another line here. I think I'll leave that like that. And then we're going to do the same on the inside, but again, it's the mirror of what we did over here. So your curve is going to go out in the opposite direction. Take your time here because these are smaller. Oh, forgot a line here too. There we go. So now we have, it almost looks like a feather at this point, but it's like a leafy stem. And then at this point, I'm going to, I think I'll do a little shading before I add the fifth step here. So I'm going to take my pencil and I'm just going to add a little shading to each of the leaf parts. And you can start anywhere you want to with the shading. Kind of started in the middle. And I'm going to do that on both sides. And the reason I'm adding the shading before I add the fifth step is because sometimes when I use a gel pen, it can smear a little easier than when I'm using a micron. All right. And I'm going to take my tortillon and I'm just going to soften that a little bit. To work my way around. And I'm going to do the same on the inside of the spiral. All right. Then I'm going to take my gel pen. I have a Wexford sparkly gel pen here in green because this is a leaf shape. And for the last step, it's simply a line and a dot. I'm just adding a little bit of interest by using the sparkly gel pen. I think I might even add one over there and one in here. And the same for the leaves on the inside. And again, I'm mirroring this side here over onto the left side. All right. And then for some added interest, I think I'm going to add some extra dots. With this pattern, it's a line and a dot, but I think I'm going to add an extra dot on the outside here. Just because I like the sparkles. And I'm going to do the same on the inside. So we've got plenty of sparkles. I don't know if you can see that they're sparkly. Maybe a little bit. And then just to set this off, I'm going to take my pencil again, and I'm going to add some graphite along the original frame that we had. Kind of round the corner there. Bring some more graphite there. Not too dark, but just a nice layer of it. Remember, you can always go back and add more if you feel like you need more. And then I'm going to take my tortillon and I am going to just soften that a little bit. Kind of pull the graphite down. And the way to do that is you rub the tortillon back and forth in the graphite and then pull it towards you. And there we have Finegogh by Juliette F. I'm going to take my pen now and put my initials on here. You want to put your top on there somewhere and make it your own. I'm just going to put it down here. And then I'm going to turn it over. And on the back, I always like to put my name and the date. This was for December 5th, 2023. And this was Advent Tangles, day 5. And we had Finegogh by Juliette F. We don't know her last name, but that's okay. We can enjoy this tangle anyway. And I really like it. It's kind of cute. And I think I'll be using it a lot with the botanical type tangles. It's pretty quick. It's pretty easy. And I hope you enjoyed this really quick demo. And I hope you'll subscribe. Thank you for watching. And I love you all. Have a good day.